Hi, my lovely people. Sometimes I just get inspired to do a reading, and it's 12 something in the UK, and I just want to look at the energies for the next coming week. But this is an untimed reading. My name is Samantha Hamilton, Psychic Medium Clairvoyant. This is an untimed reading, so if you find yourself here, it's because you need to hear this message. And so tonight we're going to be looking at the oracle of the animals. Ooh. Some of you want to be truly enlightened. Some of you are just ready to give birth, to step up, to spread your wings, to look above, to open up authentically with your heart, with your desires, especially spiritually, emotionally. This is very important to you. It's almost like you've been in an incubator for the past 9 months, but pre-COVID, you've just had this enlightenment. You've had a different way at looking at life, and you know that you have an important calling. You have been patient, you have, and you know that this is a new beginning, being the number one, and then the eagle, which is one of the most spiritual, energetic, sort of authentic, truthful, stepping up to being the messenger. Don't get put off, though, that you don't have all the answers, but somehow you feel like you want to give a message to the universe, or you want to give a message to a certain person, or perhaps you're getting downloads from a dream, from your dreams, and your dreams are trying to communicate to you, and the inner you and the outside world are trying to match up and have some kind of balance, and you're just getting this inner calling, and it goes beyond, am I going to find true love, and what does my true love look like? Yeah, I mean, you may have reached me here and you want to hear about that, but equally, if you just look in the mirror for a moment, take a moment, you want to be with somebody who is authentic. You want to connect with somebody who's authentic. You want to connect with somebody who is mindful. You want to connect with somebody who's in gratitude. You want to connect with somebody who's spiritual. You want to connect with somebody that has knowledge. You want to connect with somebody that you feel is like a twin flame to you. This is what you want to connect to. So let's just go deeper and see what the outcome of that emotion is. What did I say to you just now? You've been in an incubator. You're giving birth, and then the snake energy is shedding old skin, allowing the new you to come through. And some of this birth and this transformation has been somewhat challenging, somewhat difficult. You know, it hasn't been easy for you to even part ways with a situation, with a person. It really hasn't been easy, but you know that you've had to do this. You've had to do this. There's been some ending in order for you to give birth to new ideas. And you want to be with a partner that supports those ideas, that gets you, that sees you, that doesn't criticize you, that doesn't judge you. You know, you're very much protecting what you've nurtured, what you're about to give birth to. You're very proud. You're very proud. You'll compromise for the right situation. You'll compromise if you feel that person will meet you halfway, or if a situation will meet you halfway. You will compromise for sure. But you're very proud. And what do I mean by that? Well, symbolically, number 11 is you know who you are. You may not necessarily be practicing a religion, but your philosophical mind, your spiritual soul is deepened by meaning. You move beyond spirituality. Some of you are very stunning and very beautiful and have this natural beauty about you. And you're proud to show that part of yourself. But intellectually, some of you are online really looking for answers, searching for answers. Can I remind you, you've had past lives, and your past life has the kind of key to what you think is missing. So let's find out what that is. Oh my goodness, a raccoon. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. In your past life, it's like, I am not putting up with this. I am going to be an anarchist. And you may not have been one, but in this lifetime, but somehow you feel like you're the odd one out, and that whatever you say is sometimes misunderstood, because in your past life, oh my goodness, you got up to things. You got up to things that weren't approved of, but you just knew you had to do what you had to do, and you have a way that doesn't necessarily fit in with everybody else around you. So maybe even growing up, you know, whether it was at school or within childhood, you certainly felt the odd one out. Or maybe you were told you were the odd one out. Maybe you were told you were odd. But you know what? That oddness makes you very artistic. It makes you creative. It makes you spiritual. You feel pain from the depths of your soul. And you do not do things lightly. And sometimes you might say something or do something and it shocks others because it's you being your authentic self. It's you being true. Let's clarify that with the next final oracle. Well, you're a giver. If you think about Christmas, and we have a turkey for celebration, some of us in some of our religions, in other religions it may not be so, but you know what I mean. There's Thanksgiving. And what's this got to do with the reading? It just says you're incredibly generous, you're incredibly kind, you're very compassionate. You're not a pushover, but you're understanding, you're open-hearted, you're loving. You want to nurture others. That's the only language in a way you kind of understand. But let me remind you of something. You need to make room in order to receive. Because you may be so busy giving that you have forgotten how to receive. And some of you may actually feel guilty about receiving. So be open to that. And your life can be rich and abundant. Let's clarify that. Oh my goodness. We have the swan energy here. Swans mate for life. Some of you already are in that position and you're so grateful for what you have. Or maybe some of you have forgotten how to be grateful. And some of you are just truly grateful. And some of you are still wishing and hoping and manifesting and worrying and being over concerned whether that's going to happen, whether that's going to come into your life. And as I'm speaking really fast, some of you will find your way and have that opportunity to be loved, to have a partnership, to meet your twin flame. But the beginning of the reading is the journey of where you're at and where you're going. And the outcome is forever after, happy ever after. But you know, the happy ever after is, you know, you've got to constantly work on yourself, constantly. And you are a reflection of the other person that's in your life, because I don't see you alone. And if you are, it's not going to be that way off. You know, there is time coming where a door will open and you're going to be ready to meet the true love of your life. And part of it is meeting the true love of yourself, but it's also meeting the true love of your life. Thank you for tuning in.